good? You all right now? Did you see what I'm talking about? Did you see how this team that fell apart the last 2 games and didn't bring energy to the building, do you see how it's okay? They found their game. They beat the team convincingly that they potentially will match up with in the first round. The same team that everyone after the last 2 games were freaking out about, saying, we're not even going to be able to escape the first round. And I know it's just 1 game, just like the other 2 were just 2 games. But the Sixers can play basketball. They're not falling apart. They had 2 stinkers, 2 unacceptable stinkers. They responded at home against a team that they will maybe have to see early in the playoffs. Good win. They win 123-110. Before we dive into this thing, if you are interested in following me on Twitch at twitch.tv/sportstalkwithbroads, I will be there playing video games, hanging out. Make sure you follow me there so you will know when I'm going live. But in regards to the Sixers game, and listen, we're going through some coaching changes. Billy, assistant coach, he's going to St. Joe's. So we pick up Jim O'Brien. He's going to be the new assistant coach. How is that going to, we're just going to move up into Billy's spot, but how is that going to change anything? Is it going to change anything, especially defensively, knowing how much time is left into the playoffs? Just something to kind of take a look at here throughout the back stretch. But listen, we did a great job in regards of D'Angelo Russell. He is their guy. He goes off. I know they had other guys go off like Hollis-Jefferson, and it was annoying. He came off the bench. He had a double-double in 26 minutes, 19 points, and 10 boards. But their guy is D'Angelo Russell. If you stop him, you're going to do a good job in the basketball game. He shot 6 of 19 with 13 points. I thought we did a phenomenal job on trying to make his night a living hell, and you got to give them credit. That's what they did. They said, all right, listen, make other people beat you. If Hollis-Jefferson is beating you, but D'Angelo Russell isn't, okay, that's okay. That's okay. I know Harris ended up knocking down some shots. I get all that. We did a good job, I thought, on their star, and that helped us win the basketball game. This was a convincing win. There were some runs in there at times where the Nets made an 8-0 run, or they made an 11-2 run, but the Sixers would respond right back. It was a convincing win. It was very solid. There were some technical calls that were involved in some of those runs, and Ben ends up fouling out late because of a technical. I thought the refs were just quick on the tees there all night long, which is kind of comical. But all around, you take a look at this win, and the Sixers just did their thing. And on top of that we did so well tonight, but Jimmy Butler had a slower night. Tobias Harris continued his struggles. So we won convincingly without Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris having great nights. I will counter that by saying I thought our bench had a night where they normally don't produce to this level. They overexceeded tonight, so it kind of matched out when you take a look at the balance thing. The 2 of our really great players didn't perform well, but our bench played really well. It's just something to notice in this basketball game. When you take a look at the bench, I know Joel Embiid really stole the thunder with 39 points, 13 boards, 6 assists, and 3 steals. One shy of 40 points, of course, but Mike Scott was 3 of 3 from 3 with 11 points. Boban had 16. TJ had 4. Shake Milton had 4, and he was playing late in the basketball game. No, James Ennis is out as well, so maybe that played a factor involved, but going with him over some other guys, interesting. I do like his game, though. I really do. I just don't know how much time he will have in regards to anything in the playoffs, to be completely honest with you. Another common theme during the 6-game win streak that I noticed was turnovers. And when we went on that terrible streak of the 2 games, turnovers were a problem. 10 turnovers. 10 turnovers for this basketball team. That is really solid. They did a great job of not turning the ball over. And it just shows when this team can do that, they win basketball games. Because you add another 8 turnovers on top of that and another 10 points on top of that. Well, we won by 13. So say an extra, 8 turnovers leading to 10 points. Well now it's a 3-point game. That's the difference. So keeping the ball in our hands is a huge benefit to the Sixers, especially when we win games. I love the fact that this team stepped up. We saw 2 really, really bad basketball games, and everyone started freaking out. Oh my God. Now what's it like? Now how are you feeling? And I want to know down below. We beat up on a team we're going to see, if not the Nets, a type of squad like that. I'm not trying to say the Pistons play similar styles, but what I'm trying to say is talent level, they're probably around the same. And that's the type of team we're going to be seeing. And we just beat them. I mean, let's be real. There was no question if we were ever going to win this game. It wasn't ever really close to that level. The Sixers, from start to finish, especially from the start with Joel Embiid being a monster, just nailing 3 threes, being a dominating force. He scores like 12 or 14 points, bang, in a row, just like that for the Sixers early. We put our foot on the gas pedals nice and early, and we rode it to the finish. Of course, like I said, there's going to be times where basketball teams make runs. There were times where the Nets made runs. That's basketball. But we countered those runs. We countered those points with a little bit of mojo from ourselves. So kudos to this basketball team. That's what I see out of this. Now, we head to Minnesota on Saturday. We're hitting the road. And this Nets team is coming off of a really insane road trip where they've been on the road for an obnoxious amount of days, something that's not normal in the NBA. It was to an extreme. So we kind of had them on the back end of a huge road trip for them, which obviously comes in our advantage. But you have to just take a look at it as a whole and say the Sixers did their job. Is it as simple as that? The Sixers did their job. They had a game plan. I thought they executed that game plan perfectly. I will say the Nets struggled from the free throw line, which helped the Sixers. The amount of Wendy's, Frosties, the people there were getting. I think Mark Zumoff even said 4 times. They missed both at the charity stripe. They finished 19 of 29 from the free throw line, which helped the Sixers too, of course. And maybe that comes on them being tired and fatigued from all of the traveling. It's a possibility. But I love the fact that they had a game plan. They shut down D'Angelo Russell. They made his night a living hell. And I get it. That's going to open up other opportunities. I'm not in love that Hollis-Jefferson went off, but I will take him going off in his limited 26 minutes than their star of D'Angelo Russell. And I know Harris can shoot the ball from 3 very well, but I am taking that any day of the week. Taking a look at some other guys. Ben, he had 16 points, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. J.J. Redick made some 3-pointers there, and he was really hot to start the game. I think he ended up being 5 of 5 or 6 of 6 without missing a shot at all until a half-court heave, essentially, at the end of the first half. So early on in this game, first half, he was really cooking, and we need that. We need that. We need to see him continuing to see the ball go through the hoop, because when he's on, this offense rolls, because other teams have to really respect that 3-point shot. But when he's off and he's struggling, it gets a little sloppy with the Sixers offense at times. I love this win. I mean, it's pretty simple to me. I love this win. I thought they had a great bounce back from the last Hideous 2 games. They weren't happy with themselves. How about the headbands? The headbands were fire, in my opinion. I love those. The swag was there. You got all kinds of players rocking it. Mike Scott, Embiid, Butler. Just beautiful style out there on the court. It's like the ninja with the back hanging out. I think that's legit. It's almost to the point where I might be rocking Broads headbands again. I went through the week with Bryce Harper headbands. Maybe we're going to bring it back. We'll see how the Sixers do it before Broads makes his debut again with the headbands. But all around, it's pretty simple to me. Pretty simple to me. And I want to know your thoughts down below, because this is a big one. If they were to go out there and throw up another egg, it would be a really hot discussion. A really hot discussion. But in regards to this Thursday, what a day for Philly sports. You got the Phillies on opening day being great. You got the Sixers getting a big-time dub that they needed to kind of get a little swagger back. Get a little swagger back. Let me know down below. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe. Do not forget about Twitch. Twitch.tv/sportstalkwithbroads. See you guys next time.